A few weeks before prom, when Lily, the same quiet, shy girl from Sebastian's class, gathered the courage to approach him. She fidgeted with her hands, glancing up at him with a mixture of nerves and determination. Sebastian?" she started, her voice barely above a whisper. He looked up, a bit surprised. "Hey, Lily, what's up?" Lily took a deep breath, steeling herself before she continued. "I was wondering if maybe you'd go to prom with me." Then, as if realizing how it might sound, she rushed to add, "I know you like Sicil, but since she's a junior, she can't come. I just thought maybe we could go as friends." She shrugged, her cheeks turning pink. "Most of the others already have dates and, well, I don't." Sebastian paused, considering. He knew Sicil couldn't attend because she was a junior, and though a small part of him had thought about somehow asking her to join, he knew the school rules wouldn't allow it. Looking at Lily's hopeful face, he realized she was kind and shy, the sort who wouldn't misread his intentions. He decided he could make her night special as a friend. "Yeah, Lily, I'd be happy to go with you," he said with a friendly smile. "We'll have a good time." Lily beamed with relief and gratitude, her nerves melting away. "Thanks, Sebastian. That means a lot." Later that evening, Sebastian brought it up casually when chatting with Sicil. "Oh, by the way, I'm taking Lily to prom," he said, not noticing the shift in Sicil's expression. She tried to keep her face neutral, but her heart dropped. She'd secretly hoped that even if she couldn't go, maybe Sebastian wouldn't either. She forced a smile, pretending nonchalance. "Oh, so do you like her?" Sebastian laughed, shaking his head. "Nah, we're just going as friends. She didn't have anyone else to go with, and she asked, so I figured why not." But Sicil couldn't shake the unsettled feeling. Despite his assurances, she felt like Lily was slipping in to steal him right under her nose. Determined to keep an eye on the situation, Sicil came up with a plan. The next day, she went to see Miss Hope, the teacher organizing the prom. She knocked on her door and entered with a polite smile. "Miss Hope, I was wondering if you need any help with prom. I'd love to volunteer." Miss Hope looked up, pleasantly surprised. "Well, Sicil, that's very thoughtful of you. We could use some extra hands on prom night to help serve food and drinks." Sicil's face lit up, masking her true intentions. "I'd be happy to help, Miss Hope. I'll be there." With her spot secured for prom night, Sicil felt a small sense of satisfaction. Now she could be there, even if just as a server, to make sure Lily didn't get too close to Sebastian. She'd keep watch, even if it meant spending the night in a uniform rather than a dress. Sicil kept her role as a volunteer hidden from Sebastian, determined to face the night on her own terms. As prom night arrived, she visited quietly over to his house, finding him in his room getting ready. She took a deep breath before stepping inside, not wanting him to see her heartache. Sebastian looked up, grinning as he struggled with his bow tie. "Ah, Sicil, just in time. This bow tie's impossible. Mind giving me a hand?" She smiled, though it was tinged with sadness, and stepped over, her hands steady as she adjusted the bow tie. With each gentle tug, she tried to settle her own emotions, but seeing him looking so handsome, so dashing, only made her heart ache more. Still, she forced herself to smile as she finished. "Perfect," she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. He grinned, his gaze warm as he looked down at her. "You always make things look so easy." He paused, then added, "Hey, could you grab those cufflinks I got last holiday? They're in the drawer." Sicil turned away to search his desk drawer, pulling out the elegant cufflinks with SS engraved on them, their shared initials. She couldn't help but linger over them for a moment, then took them over, carefully attaching them to his shirt cuffs. Her fingers brushed his wrist, and a flash of warmth crossed her face, but she kept her composure. Sebastian, blissfully unaware of her turmoil, gave her a quick peck on the forehead in thanks. She managed a small smile, her heart fluttering in bittersweet longing. He reached over to his dresser and picked up a fresh bouquet of white lilies he'd bought for Lily, then gave Sicil a last appreciative smile. "Thanks, Sicil. I'll see you later." And with that, he turned and headed out the door, leaving her alone in his room. For a moment, Sicil stood there, staring at the empty doorway, her heart heavy. Taking a deep breath, she steadied herself and slipped back to her house to get ready. Not as Sebastian's date, but as a volunteer in the prom night. The reality stung. but she was determined to be there, even if it was only to watch from a distance. Her intention was clear: to keep an eye on Sebastian and ensure Lily did not get too close. Little did she anticipate the depth of Sebastian's feelings, or the unintended consequences her presence would bring. When Sebastian entered the bustling prom venue with Lily by her side, his heart sank at the sight of Sicil, clad in a server uniform. His mood immediately soured. Suppressing a sigh, he approached Sicil, his expression clouded with concern. "Sicil, what are you doing here?" Sicil, busy serving his classmates, glanced up at him with a raised eyebrow. "Working, obviously. What does it look like?" she retorted, her frustration evident. Sebastian's annoyance bubbled to the surface. "I know that, but you shouldn't be here. It's not the place for you," he countered, his concern evident in his voice. Sicil bristled at his implication. "Oh, don't worry. I won't come in between you and Lily. You guys can enjoy your time," she shot back, her tone defensive. Their conversation quickly devolved into a heated exchange. "What do you mean by me and Lily? You know there is nothing between us. How can you say such a thing?" countered Sebastian. "And have you no regard for your safety? Have you seen these guys dancing on the floor, half drunk? What if someone tries to mistreat you? What will I say to your mom and dad?" Beneath the bickering lay a deeper concern: Sebastian's worry for Sicil's well-being and Sicil's determination to keep Lily away from Sebastian, even at the expense of her own enjoyment. Throughout the night, Sebastian's attention remained focused on Sicil rather than his date. He spent the evening ensuring she was safe, inadvertently frustrating Lily, who could understand the sudden shift in Sebastian's mood. When the slow romantic strains of Lady in Red floated through the air, wrapping the prom venue in a dreamy atmosphere, Lily could not resist the opportunity to play Cupid. With a mischievous sparkle in her eye, she sidled up to Sebastian, nudging him gently in Sicil's direction. "Come on, Sebastian, do not just stand there. Sicil's been dying to dance all night," Lily teased with playful encouragement. Sebastian blinked in surprise, his gaze flickering to Sicil, who stood nearby, her expression a mix of anticipation and uncertainty. I am not sure, Lily," Sebastian hesitated, feeling a flush of embarrassment creep up his cheeks. Lily grinned, giving him an affectionate nudge. "Oh, stop being a party pooper. Besides, Sicil will love having you as her dance partner," she insisted, her eyes twinkling with mischief. With a reluctant chuckle, Sebastian relented, allowing Lily to guide him towards Sicil. As they met on the dance floor, Lily watched with satisfaction, knowing she had orchestrated a moment that could bring them closer together. The dance that ensued was a delicate interplay of hesitancy and longing, each step a silent exchange of strong emotions. Wrapped in the music's embrace, Sicil and Sebastian moved as one, their bodies swaying in perfect harmony. For those brief moments, the world faded away, leaving only the two of them in the room, entwined in a dance of emotions, immersed in the melody that mirrored the beating of their hearts. The spotlight fell upon Sicil and Sebastian, their graceful movements captivating the judges and onlookers alike. Lost in the rhythm of the music, their connection was palpable even in the dimly lit hall. But as the final notes of the song drifted into silence, reality intruded once more, reminding them of the complexities of their relationship. Amidst the cheers and applause, a misunderstanding unfolded. The judges, unable to discern Sicil from Lily in the dim light, crowned Sebastian and Lily as the prom king and queen. The announcement reverberated through the crowd, met with jubilant cheers and applause. But for Sicil, the moment was anything but celebratory. She stood among the revelers, trying to blend in yet feeling entirely out of place. Watching Sebastian and Lily crowned as king and queen, a wave of betrayal and heartbreak washed over her. In her mind, she'd always imagined him by her side, not with someone else under the spotlight. Forcing a smile, she approached the newly crowned couple, her heart beating painfully beneath her calm exterior. "Congratulations," she said, her voice steady though her heart ached. "You two look wonderful together." Sebastian, sensing a hint of something behind her words, gave her a warm smile. "Thanks, Sicil. We didn't really expect this to happen." Lily, catching Sicil's tone, leaned forward, giving her a soft smile. "Thank you, Sicil. It's all in good fun. I hope it doesn't bother you." Lily's natural kindness made Sicil's heart pang even more. "Oh no, not at all," Sicil replied, waving her hand dismissively. "I'm just glad you both had a great night." She tried to hold herself together, masking the turmoil within her as best she could. Sebastian's gaze softened as he looked at her, sensing her forced cheerfulness. "Hey, Sicil, it's getting pretty late. Would you like me to drop you home? Lily too. I'll make sure both of you get back safely." Sicil's mask faltered briefly, touched by his concern, but she quickly pulled it back, smiling as naturally as she could. "Sure, I'd like that," she said, her heart fluttering at the thought of even a small car ride with him. Lily nodded in agreement, looking relieved. "That would be lovely, Sebastian." As they walked out together, Sicil felt the familiar ache, yet grateful to be close to Sebastian for a moment longer, even if it was just as friends. The car ride home was quiet, the weight of unspoken feelings and missed opportunities lingering between them as they drove through the dark, winding streets. Sicil wrestled with the pain of betrayal, while Sebastian faced with the intensity of his feelings for her. Lost in their own thoughts, they navigated the winding roads home, each carrying a burden too heavy to bear alone. As Sicil lay in bed, tears silently streaming down her face, she believed that Sebastian could never love her. Meanwhile, Sebastian, replaying the dance in his mind, could not shake the overwhelming feeling of contentment he experienced while holding Sicil in his arms.